Hi, alright, so today's Monday, July 23rd, and I realized that I am 3.5 years on testosterone as of 2 days ago. So that just kind of snuck up on me there. Well, unfortunately I don't have many changes to report since after 2 years there wasn't much exciting. My voice may have dropped a little bit, it can drop I think up to about 5 years on testosterone. It can drop just a little bit. I mean, obviously my major drop has happened, but I don't think my voice has gotten that much lower because I can still sing songs that I could sing a little while ago, so not sure. But otherwise, definitely got some facial hair growing in, but not thick enough to really show y'all anything, except for my sideburns. This can give you an idea. That's 3 weeks or so of not shaving. This one's even better. So that's 3 weeks of not shaving my sideburns, but unfortunately I just get I have maybe 16 hairs that grow here, 70 down here, but they get super itchy, and little patches on either side here, and little patches here, but nothing quite as thick as these guys can grow. I'm hoping maybe it will colonate down here, but yeah, I have to shave. The cool thing now is I've definitely noticed in the past year that my facial hair's grown back thicker. Not rapidly, but definitely faster too. So, I shave every day, otherwise it gets itchy. And even right now, I shaved this morning, 8 hours ago, and I already have the little itchy stubblies coming in. So definitely within a week, you can see that I haven't shaved, and you can tell me that I look pretty gross. So, as most people do, but it's still exciting. It's still exciting, but ooh, hiccup, sorry. I'm not too disappointed by it. I'm not as eager for facial hair, I think, as I was at the beginning, because although I look younger, at work, people will ask me if I'm 14 or 15, which is kind of a bummer when you're 21. That's fine. I think I realized that, having facial hair, it is hard to upkeep, and while it would make me look older, it's also kind of itchy. So, I'm excited for it aesthetically, not excited so much for it physically, but I would rather have the choice, be I could have a beard or a little scruff or not. So, I mean, if that's my biggest complaint, life's not too bad. What else? Oh, so I'm also 2.5 years. My hair looks super greasy because it's so hot. I apologize. I'm a grease bucket. But, 2.5 years post-top surgery, so and along similar lines, I can show you my hysterectomy scars too, which you probably can't even really see. They're there and there. See? Do you see them? I don't know if you can see them. And a little one on my belly button, but you're definitely not going to be able to see that. And then my chest scars are fading super fast. Well, actually no, it's been 2.5 years. No, they're not fading super fast, but they're definitely flattened out. This is the kind of thing that takes years. I haven't been putting any cream or treatment on them because I've just sort of realized that, see, you can see them out the side of my tank top, and I think what I realized is that I don't mind so much anymore. In the past year, maybe starting last summer, a year ago, I realized it doesn't matter so much if folks see my scars, if it's whether it's in clothing like this, or if it's I'm going swimming, or earlier I went for a really great bike ride and it was really hot, so I just took off my shirt and did that. So I think that I'm less conscious, less conscious of them, but less bothered by them and less bothered by how others might perceive me because of them. So that's definitely a cool thing that's happened in the past year. I've sort of realized, sure, there's been a few people at work who thought that I was 14 or 16, and they're surprised when I tell them I'm 21, but at the same time, that's their perception. So nothing I can really do about it. And also, same with the scars. It's some people might question it, but when it comes to reality, no one really cares. No one's really looking, and even if they are, according to all of my cisgendered friends, no one is gonna even know what they're from. They'll just think you had a surgery and be oh. But I've never even had little kids don't even stare at me anymore like they used to, right after when they're really dark. Maybe they didn't even stare at me. Maybe I was just super self-conscious about it. So anyway, who actually really knows? But I think it's kind of nice I don't worry so much about my body anymore, or passing or anything like that. It's not as important to me, and maybe that's just because it's like I pass all the time, so I don't have, it's just not in my mind. But yeah, it's something that actually has been bothering me a little bit more, I think, recently, in the past year or so. I think that I actually miss the sort of queer visibility, and I've heard a lot of guys talking about this recently. So, like, I guess what it comes down to is kind of like, you know, no one questions my gender anymore. It's no longer those pre-T phases. It's like where people would be like, oh, what pronouns do I use? Like, what's going on with that kid? It's no longer like that anymore. It's like assumptive that, you know, I kind of talked about this in my camp video. It's just assumptive, like, oh, that's a guy, like, he's had this male experience, like, that's what he's done his whole life. And I think in many ways that's reassuring. I can just live my life and kind of be who I am. But I also am missing that sort of visibility in queer spaces, which is why I'm really glad I'm involved in Pride at my school, and I'm going to graduate at the end of this year, but I think that I will continue to be involved in whatever Pride community in whatever city I move to, which is probably going to be Portland, Maine, because it's where my mom's moving, so I'll be there for a year and try and get involved in the queer community there, because I think it just, like, that's something that I miss, is sort of that visibility, and even in queer spaces it's hard, you know, still people will think that maybe like at attending this event because I'm like a gay male or something, you know, and I don't know, I can't decide really how much it bothers me or like how much I think about it really, but I've just been kind of grooving in my own little gender thing. Like, I'm comfortable not being really entirely one or the other, and I like that, and I think, you know, I think it would bother me more if I cared more about people's assumptions about things. So, like, people just assume that I've had this all-male experience, but I haven't. So I've just been kind of bringing that into my art, into, like, the poems that I write, and into the memoirs that I'm thinking about, like, starting to compose, really, and into the songs, and into my art as a general. I think I'm just sort of bringing these experiences that I've had into that, so that I can share them in many ways, because I think they're super important, and they're super important to me, and I think it's super important for society to not have these sorts of assumptions. And who knows if I'll see that in my lifetime, but, you know, I'm just kind of doing my thing. So I've been writing some good poems, especially post-hysterectomy and everything. But yeah, this video is getting super long, just kind of rambly. I'll cut it short because I'm going to make a video of pictures, I think. Something I'll do. So, I hope everyone's doing well. I'm still working on responding to everyone's Facebook messages. I've got 70 right now, so I'm working on that, and they're backed up to, like, May. So, feel free to definitely check me out on Facebook. I post there a decent amount. I also have my blog, if you guys want to check that out, and my music. So, I'll send y'all those links below again, and yeah, 3.5 years on T, not many changes. I'll make like a picture video or something, or something like that. Alright, anyway, thank you all for the continued support and all the positive encouragement, and so yeah, that's really all I can say. I'm sorry I don't have more interesting things to talk about, like some weird, like, back hair, or like a giant, like, new arm muscle that just appeared because of the testosterone injections or something. It just doesn't seem to happen that way after 3.5 years. But yeah, thank you for watching and for everyone being here, and awesome. Cool. I'll make another video soon, I'm sure. Peace.